Yo, guys, I'm here by myself, so it's okay. But I'm gonna show you the movie I'm watching. I've been by myself since 2015. Sullivan also, but I'm by myself in a room. I have to pay for a motel room and shit. Pardon me, I'm Moses. So I didn't tell you that though. Also known as Melchizedek himself, literally, before I was known as Solomon. But literally, like, listen to this, yo. You remember when I was the first doctor? Because this movie I'm watching reminds me of the whore Babylon bitch, that went to the orgy party. The main character bitch, she was trying to steal files and shit in the paradigm. It looked like files, but she was trying to clean up her evidence. It looked like Luke's wife and shit, the whore bitch that started Star Wars and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you remember when I was I'm the original doctor that educated all doctors. But you remember when the whore bitch went so crazy? It was like that Denzel Washington movie, and then and brought a nigga to the body and said, "Could you figure out what's wrong with this? How did this crime happen?" And then the nigga looks at the guard like, "Damn. This shit is alive, and you want me to bring this shit back? Do you see the shit ended up rotting and stinking shit? Is it even worth it? Could you show me a person in life that could show me that it's worth it?" I don't even think the cloth empress is happy with any of those panties in there. It probably you might find some that's not even wearing panties in a party. In a party. Wow. That's the other whore bitch.
Have you even spent a second to think about what you could cost me? This could ruin my political future.
Will, I'm talking about action.
January 7th, 2021. Can you see what I'm saying?
The Lord's insults. They're laughing behind my back so that I can pull myself up from the gutter.
Imagine a miserable bitch that fucks up everything in life just because the individual doesn't want to be with it. Is there things, Energy's mother told me a lot of situations, and I don't have to go through stupid shit like that. And this has notice at this book and reflecting on myself. You think about that? Wow. There's nothing a certain type of way for an individual to even be. Well, you see? You seen that? A bitch living off a nigga. Imagine a bitch trying to live off a nigga like a life source. I'm in a fucking motel, man. I didn't even do nothing, but there was people fucking in other rooms and shit just trying to kill me. I was at the store, another nigga said, "Yo, I thought you holding your chest like you had." I said, "No, I wasn't having a heart attack." I had to tell him that. But I am gonna commit kabuki though. I told you, I'm in a motel, but I'm by myself. I've been celibate, but as soon as I leave New York, I'm going. Yo, I'm not even gonna tell you what's going on. And look for some horse Shabbat looking stupid bitch and shit. The bitch that wanted to flame Marilyn Monroe and shit. Look at that. For real, yo, listen. Soon as you look at her a certain way, to me, it's like a depression to my reality.
And if you want to go pro like one shot, don't let anything get in your way. Here you go. Appreciate you, man.
No, don't worry. They went to Japan probably and all type of shit. These are people. The movie I'm watching is the same type of situation that would kill my. I'm Caesar himself, but I'm also known as Caesar Borgia. But that would kill the whole fucking family. Actually, Magi, Louis himself.
Do I have to do anything?
but also known as Zeus. But you could call me you could call me Louis, but Zeus. Because I'm a mighty man. I'm Might himself, the real Might himself. Look, farmers commercial. Look stupid. Look. Yo, I hardly have money in my pocket, and I'm the head of all social dignity, of all social star charts, even space social star charts. Imagine that. I couldn't even pay for the fucking hotel. The lady that gave me the money for the hotel, it seemed like it was a burden for her to give me my own money that I'm supposed to have because they want to commit identity theft. If you don't believe me, if you know magical mythology or magnetism, go find out where my medical insurance card is and my social security card. How about that? There's nothing else to say. With a whore bitch named Donta, and them that been trying to kill me. Imagine that. Whole bitch, real whole bitch. That shit is like the Morgan Le Fay and shit. And think about where I just traveled from before I came, my last trip to New York, and ended up in the court. No, I don't want to be with these bitches. I don't want to be with a majority of these bitches that did what they did to me. I can't be around my family. These people watching my money. Matter of fact, they did it on purpose to watch my money for me to feel like I shouldn't be around my family. They could kill my family. You see? Whole whore bitches. Physics. Yeah.
Or a Bavarian detail with a hint
Yeah,
of
damn.
cotton pop.
You don't see that Asian chick right there behind the bar and shit? Oh, well, that's not a that's something else. That's Hawaiian.
What's your bank fees?
Yeah, first there's overdraft. Then the maintenance fee, which I don't know what they can take.
Start thinking this time.
Those are my other family members that I could never go vacation around. Person said, "Why go to Hawaii?" Oh my God! Because you got this fancy Shabbat bitch walking around, and you wanted me to go to Hawaii with Morgan Le Fay and them, watching my pocket, trying to cause identity theft. Wow. I'm the real Melchizedek, also known as the original Merlin, or Lin himself, or you could call me Charlin. Literally, Buddha himself. Before I was known as Buddha, before I just saved Charlin. It was over right then and there. You seen the commercial? She rubbed the nigga head and shit. It was over.
So we offer low monthly payments of the stuff you need, things you love, and brands you trust. As you build your credit history with a tRutH credit account. If you're looking
Those are people that would hold each other's head, speaking to the sea. Did anything grow? Did anything grow? Lying to people and shit. That's the motel wall because the other whore people that's trying to cause me to commit kabuki. Well, I'm going to anyway. And then my little barrier for myself. My little barrier and then the frame. The frame that doesn't go too far. You think about that, huh?
Well, for you and me, there's no enough.
Roman politics, right? The 300 politics, huh? You know, I'm not fucking with the Orion star chart. They like having no head. They don't want you to think. There was this guy that just walked in the guy's chamber and intellectually asked the guy, why the fuck were you thinking? You have to see this movie to see what I'm speaking about. Well, hopefully some of you wear protective screening glasses and have some type of real law enforcement security that's positioned or something positioned in a certain type of way just to make sure that the situation do exactly what it's supposed to and get rid of the situation, and then take the movie, then throw it. Well, don't throw it in your street because you might not want to expose it to your street. You might want to take it to like a sewage or some sewage toxic place where it could disintegrate itself in not in value. Well, after it disintegrates itself, that you could form some type of value, abstract some type of value that has nothing to do with the whatever was holding that footage and shit. Yo, I meant to tell you, I'm the real Louis, but the people around my house didn't even want to give me my money. Louis Vuitton himself. You know, LV. My name is LV. You know, the real Louis Vuitton. But also known as Fendi. The real Fendi also. You know, I'm the real Frederick Douglass. The real Fendi. But you know, like I said and stuff, before Boogie Night, you know, all these situations in my memory, these people wanted to commit identity theft, and then they didn't want me to know who the fuck I was and stuff. And then, you know, I left LA because I'm the real Levi. But you know, I had to leave LA and Los Angeles because, you know, when they wanted to know the Kama Sutra, when it came to my wife, you know, there was a lot of things going on when it came to my wife, and you know, Dolly and a bunch of my wives. You know, I'm India himself. I'm the real, also known as India himself. I'm Hispaniola, also known as India, and also known as Asia, China. Leonard himself. I'm Theo Leonard himself. Also, the Philippine, but Theo Leonard. You know, but you know, these people in America been trying to kill me and shit because, you know, their whorish acts to their purity after 40 certain years of social recovery. Today is January 7, 2021. You know, they're trying to take my sacred land away from me a certain type of way, and it's the people doing it with the cars. You know, they're driving cars, and then they're trying to get into the apartments. Every time there's an ad on my phone, there's people that's breaking into my apartments and houses and stuff, and they're not supposed to be there. Then they try to make a little fucking commercial, and then, you know, the casino cops, the ones you have to stop, but trying to stop me, you know, they try to stop me from getting into whatever. Most likely, majority of them that do that are cybers and stuff, you know, people that wanted to rob cybers and break in their order at the time. Usually the reason why that happens in physics is because of bad mechanics or another person that's in somebody else's land. They gotta build some type of device or some type of mechanism just to be able to survive a certain type of way. Usually are people that doesn't want to pay bills and shit. And then next thing you know, they get generators, you know, they're stealing cars, car parts, and they can't put the original car part back because they don't got the money to. and then on top of it, I own everything, and then they're trying to rob me to, it's like a backwards thing. They're trying to rob me to, you ever seen somebody supposed to be clean? I made all atmospheres and planets and space, but then they would try to rob me to make it seem like it's me, and then it's just dirty stink bitches that's zombified, that have their little pimp boyfriends. All the situations of the reason why I don't go to Los Angeles, because they were mad that I'm the head of the cybers, and I was literally murdering niggas and stuff. It's just like, you ever seen, you have to stop the sequence for a second. Don't let it motivate, the movie The Runner and stuff. I got tired of chasing niggas all day and shit, because I'm the real Chase Bank. Chase? They usually call me Chalice, but, I'm the real Chase Bank and stuff. Solomon himself. But, they tried to steal my bank account from me. They didn't even want me knowing about my bank. So, these are people that's robbing the cybers of the future and the digital system. And then they're just doing it on television. And then when you see when you check their blood, they're already probably sick. Then I didn't even refine certain social star charts. Then my wife already put away the Shabbat of that was connected to my caretakers. Because the fucking bitch she already tried to. It's just like, the 4. You remember I told you about Rags as your Blade and Shield, 8 Shaylee and Liv. They were put away a long time ago by the 10 astrological empresses. They weren't even supposed to be. I wasn't even supposed to let the situation loose, but when I was in North Dakota, it was a little too much for me. Pardon me, this shit was hurting my eyes. No. The vibration of them stealing the natural current from me a certain way. Not everything that you think is wonderful. I just took a shower. It's like dead skin. You ever find yourself so much that you have a certain type of skin? Same type of situation with them type of things.
It comes out your sideline. Watch this. Hold my beer.
Nobody knows why anyone's here, and nobody cares.
Social media is exactly what hell has been missing. We are gonna Zuckerberg it. You need to relax, but get this. How are you not freaking out right now?
Put your fingers inside, and all shall be revealed. This is so amazing.
These are the people who's going in the world and stuff. These people right here. So.
No, that's offensive. Shut up, you nerd. Next time on the movie show,
We're gonna nerd out over all things Thor, gab about everything Guardians of the Galaxy, and we'll watch Clueless.
wait, we're doing a thing on the movie Clueless?
No, I was talking about.
No, it's China and her boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't get it.
The movie show. New episodes Thursday. Set your DVR now.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
Hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
You ever seen the MTA bus on the 41 with the picture with the guy and the bus? They're just looking at the individual like, bye, life is over and shit. These are probably people that broke into the house and trying to kill my family of England and shit.
Oh, great, the show's starting.
Come on, just trust me.
Why are they living through so many years and times and stuff, right? That's why I don't, listen, that Brimstone shit, I don't fuck with them niggas. I don't, you seen what they did in Brimstone?
And that stay.
Yo, Alice is finished. Yo, my nigga, I couldn't even be with Alice. I couldn't even be with Alice's cousins, his mother and grandmother, because of Alice and the Triple Crown. I had to stash. I had to stash certain things that you wouldn't even believe a certain type of way, saving certain of the family a certain way because of the, and I don't mean stash in a basement. I mean on something. Matter of fact, don't worry about it.
Introducing a revolution in the world of pain relief. New Advil Dual Action.
So you ever had people commit identity theft when it came to the real Empress and just wanted to live the Empress life, and then it goes so much pressure of them doing so much wrong that I have to separate from the situation for. Yeah, I'm the real life source of all, even the cybers. I'm the cube that the Transformers talk about. I had to separate the Empress from the life source, and then if another person's too close to the situation, it's alright.
Yeah, we don't have freezing.
I don't care. You don't care.
We always have fresh
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, this is the best block that you can get. Fresh is what it's
He's the best. You heard that? You heard that? That I actually, my wife, you probably want to break down the door to get in just to see what my wife looked like. But if you feel like that, that means most likely you're a rapist.
So you can emerge your best.
Pardon me. That was all that guacamole that I make naturally in enzymes. And then the chick said that's all you can get. That's why I'm being real. I'm already divorced in China. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed this, I'm not vouching for the one that's out here because she had a boyfriend, but I'm already divorcing her, so I don't know how, from that, you remember, it's like, chakras is like a pressure point. So I do golden body, iron body martial arts. So chakras is like a natural pressure point. So it's like if a person, you see, I don't have chakras, I'm obligated. But another person has chakras when it comes to the Empress because certain Empresses are obligated. But you'll realize that in martial art bouts in 2023. Because certain of them, when the chakra points, it's like you switch, you can flip it to any side. It's like a weak point. You ever see me in my original martial art movies? It's not. It wasn't a movie like it was real. A real martial art movie where I'm actually shifting a weak point for my wife a certain way within my wife, even though it's solidified with me, but it's shifting the weak point. And then on top of it, while she's bouting, while I'm not around, that's why it's a weak point, because she's not complete. I'm the overall. So if I have to do it on her social habitation, the children know what to watch out for at a certain time. Where would the vital situation be? Because I had to doctor this situation, but then people wanted me. They started doing that, bringing me the bodies. So can you figure this out? And then I gotta tell them what's wrong with the body, and the bitch trying to learn to heal herself. Some bitch that was put away, usually trying to steal the Empress. Those are, when they do it like that manipulatively, those are people. That's what they call corners for. Those are people that want to steal the Empress's information because they stole the I Ching book from me a long time ago. So when they're doing it, another person that doesn't know the digital system, doesn't know what's going on with reality, when they do that to doctors, those are usually people that's trying to steal the information from doctors, is trying to steal the life source away from the doctors and stuff. This is why I didn't want to say anything before. But that's why certain people are not supposed to learn certain things. But that's why they went after the World Trade Center. They blew it. They had put the plane through it, and I put it back. I fixed Los Angeles. So these are people that's really going after sacred people of, majesties, empresses, and they're trying to steal sacred information. But usually they're doing it because another person probably feels like they don't have any enough value. But like African people and Nubian people, if they have a person that is sleeping with somebody not supposed to, and if they're taking shits in the elements, because you gotta remember, I'm the head of all elements. If they're taking shits in the elements, that means they're fucking up the soil. That means a person's gonna end up it's like a form of how can I say, a famine. But it's like being a famine to Earth. Empress is like it's being barren. It doesn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? So if you have people having, like these people that was having orgies, that's why I don't fuck with the Clinton family neither. But these people that was having orgies and funny things like that, because they're kind of psychotic, I don't fuck with them. So, you know, these people, this is why I divorced Hill from the triple crime. When I called her, she went and disgraced her family already a certain type of way. That's why I would never help them chicks of Babylon again in certain families ever again in my life. But this is the same type of situation, because when you have somebody that's barren, then the Nubian person has to figure out how to repair soil, and that's in these refinements. So people can end up starving. Hopefully you didn't have a house party. Hopefully other people didn't invite other people to their sanctuaries and stuff like that. And then you don't end up a hostage, and then or you have some psychotic stalker that's just living off of you, and then at the last minute they just formatting probably your land like they formatted my land, and then they try to take over your family. Same thing that happened with my family in England. All the families in England are my children, my literal children, literally. But I think they killed my family in England already during 2013 or 12 or something. You remember I figured it out on SanDisk when I had the evidence. It was to Def's mother, my child Def, to his mother, and all type of situations happen. But they stole the SanDisk chips. The girl in the house, Beatrice Elaine and shit. The one that got with my Persian, not my Persian, my Arabic family, not the Persian family. They framed the Persian family because they went after, during that time, they went after, first, the individuals that disgraced themselves was the Sudam family. And then they went after, I'm the real golden sheik. And I have my child, I'm also known as the Iron Sheik, the real sheik himself. Then they went after my sheik family. Then they went after Bin Laden, my son. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to go after the sacred martial art documents and temples to know certain other things, because I'm the real Lin himself, also Charlene. But they went after Bin Laden, and this is the bitch that caused it, you see? This is the bitch that caused it. And then on top of it, the time sequences of me supposed to do certain things sacred for my family, they just wanted money, but that's because the individuals in WWF, and, they were going after, I used to love martial arts. I used to be with my family. We did a lot. My favorite, one of my favorite, how can I say this, habits of sports was martial art wrestling. A long time ago, I used to be real good at martial art wrestling, and they went after my family in my Hispaniola family, and knowing that I was the real Menelik, well, Melchizedek. My Melchizedek family a certain type of way, and then they went after my martial art wrestling family because they wanted to learn other chambers of martial arts, because another calendar that irritated my reality a certain type of way that was put away because they didn't understand their position in the social star chart, and then they already tried to break my love within that calendar, and then them that did it, they tried to remend it because they wanted to zombify, because the calendar knew how to make zombies. They would try to zombify individuals to control them. So, and I'm the head of the cybers, I couldn't have that because they didn't know what was going on. You don't want to put delicate, vital information in a person's hand that's abusive. So I went in and I handled the situation, but these people fucked it up and stuff. Then they went after her. Then they wanted to marry and family. So they felt like they couldn't have me around just to be able to bring down my families and stuff. That's like I tell you, when they format your land. It's like the 300 is like a spiteful person that gets into some type of position, and then they want to make a change when it comes to natural tradition, to natural culture tradition of one's natural habitation and stuff. So, other people that wanted to steal forms of value because they were living barbarically, and then the rapes, or it's not rapes because it's orgies, because they're desecrated. When a person, when a parent's not home, a person's doing certain things, they're like a wild fiend. So they're known as that, even in the social star chart, having wild emotions of certain individuals that take that type of position. and then certain things, and then I didn't want those type of people around my wife China because I had natural protection for her in her human condition, but them trying to find the situation would have naturally influenced her to metamorphosize the children to be animals, and then it would have been too vitally fantasious towards her reality, and then she would have to, because they went after my land, she wouldn't want them to know how she would able to survive that, because it's like a martial art blow, because probably them individuals did that Wu, or majority of them are Duwang. When you have people who do wild emotions, they practice martial a form. When a person becomes a kid and reconditioned, they can't do kung fu anymore. They have to do karate. So it's called karate, but they can't do kung fu anymore. So these individuals that did that situation, those are people that probably practice wudong. Wild emotion peoples of the Star Charts practice wudong and stuff. Because usually when people try to come to their planet, they have to learn how to regard and to be on a defense, so they could put the situation down if it's like too intense in a light anatomy or disease, depending on the anatomy of the levels of the anatomy at the time when it comes to stars. So these individuals are fucked up. I don't want to be around these people on that you see on television at all. If you catch them around me or putting on mask or any type of form, my Japanese wife, I'm going to commit kabuki because of this type of pressure. This is the wrong type of pressure. They're not supposed to be having sex in social Star Charts. And then these are people that want to travel all over the fucking place, and then they just don't care, and then they'll try to rearrange history. These is like the reasons why you see the wild things happening and the destructiveness in lens when they're on television. You gotta look at their rap sheet a certain type of way. Because I'm the real Louis Arms. I'm the real Louis. I don't want to tell you my name, but I might himself. I'm not gonna tell you everything. But these individuals wanted to go to an Armstrong level. They're trying to take it to an astrological level, and then it can't go there because these are people that manipulated real Nubians, and it's called Afrocentric people that know a lot about karate. You have to speak to people that speak Swahili to know the real history of what's going on and stuff. And they, I'm the real Hermes. But you have to speak to somebody that knows Swahili, that knows to explain to you, because it's like Leah and Rachel's they're supposed to be in like the western region. The west, it's not like, it's like a western region, but it's in the south. It's like in the southeast, but it's like a western region in the southeast. Rachel and Leah, my old wives and stuff. When you ever read the historical events of natural cultures, when you read the biblical stories and stuff, those are real historical events. They're supposed to be in the southeast, but